Hi, this is Kevin Deal from Upscale Audio, and today we're going to talk about the Sutherland KC Vibe Phonostage. I wasn't going to do this video because I got bags under my eyes. And why is that? I got a new media room, a new music room at my house. I finally got something set up in there to listen to. And I go, oh my God, I've been just dying for music, you know. And so this morning I wanted to hear Natalie Merchant do After the Gold Rush on her live album. If you don't know that album, it's amazing. Natalie Merchant live in concert After the Gold Rush, but be careful because the other music, some of it is really depressing, and my wife won't even listen to it. I mean, Miss Laura, she does not dig because she knows it can have an effect on me, but I'm listening to After the Gold Rush and I'm, you know, and then before I know it, I'm going down the rabbit hole to the other songs, and before you know it, I'm like, you know, I'm starting to tear up, you know, and my wife Laura comes in and she hears it and she looks at me. She just hates it, you know, and goes over, grabs the iPad, Guns N' Roses, Welcome to the Jungle, just to do like a save shot, like I was a drug addict, you know, and she's here to save me from overdosing on depressing music. So I've had a rough morning, but god dang, it was good. All right, so what are we talking about? KC Vibe. Mr. 420, my cameraman, was looking for lifestyle photos. He asked Ron Sutherland for lifestyle photos, and I laughed when he said that. Ron Sutherland is not Mr. Lifestyle Photos. Ron Sutherland is an engineer, and a very good one. In fact, I have a nickname for him, and I hope he doesn't mind I call him that, Mr. Propellerhead. And I mean that with the greatest respect and affection, because this guy gets it. He absolutely gets it, but he's not some flim-flam guy. He is all about parts and engineering. And I talked with him for over an hour yesterday about the design of this and understanding what his thinking was, because it's all truly about trickle down from his more expensive products. This is $895, and we sell tons of them, and the people that buy them love them. And why is that? I'm going to break it down for you. First off, start with the power supply. This is a 48-volt power supply, and you're not going to see that anywhere that I know of. Nobody uses it. Why does Ron Sutherland do it? Because he has terrific filtering. It's all about dropping the noise floor. Remember, I tell you that all the time. Don't worry about power, drop the noise floor. So if you start, think of a power supply and voltage as being like a big water filter at your house. If you've got one of those big water filters, you're not going to get much water pressure out of it unless you have a lot of water pressure going in. After it goes through all that sand media, it drops it down a lot, but that's how you get pure water. And it's the same thing here. 48 volts going in, then it goes to this circuit right here with a 3300 microfarad Cornell Doublier capacitor. Then it goes to another capacitor and circuit doing the exact same thing, then another, then another. 4 stages of noise deadening in line, and every time you do that, you're going to lose a little bit of voltage until you get to where you need to be for the rest of the Phonostage. But that's how you drop the noise floor. And it's kind of funny because you think of a Phonostage, you go 3,300 microfarads. I mean, that's what you might see in an integrated amp. And there's 4 of them, but that's what they did. Now there's 2 more over here, and those are for energy storage. Those capacitors, as well as these other 4 right here, are all about dynamics. Now, you come over here to here. This is the line input, and it goes right into the loading. And you'll notice that he doesn't have dip switches mounted on the back panel. And you go, well, that's kind of a pain in the ass. I want to have dip switches on the back panel. Well, no, Ron doesn't want to do that because he hates dip switches. And I kind of get that, right? Because some dip switches are not really good quality. You can get some good ones, but not everybody uses good ones. Most people don't. So instead, he uses these beautiful gold-plated jumpers. So this is how you adjust your loading. 47,000 ohms, 1,000 ohms, 475, 200, and 100 ohms for moving coil cartridges. Boom, you move the little jumper, it's all gold plated, you get great contacts, and that's the best way to get sound, and it's right there by the input. Then you go to the next stage, which is gain, and it's got 5 different gain settings, 40 and 45 for moving magnet cartridges, 50 dB of gain. That might be good for high output moving coil cartridges, let's say somewhere around 2.5, and then 55 and up to 60 dB of gain. So it's super, super flexible. And again, the same thing. Dual mono and jumpers, no dip switches, and a super short signal path. Then it goes to the op amp, then it goes to these Wyma capacitors and the storage capacitors, boom, and then we go up to the equalization section. And I mean, it's just so, so, so well done. And everything makes sense. And that's why I call Ron Mr. Propellerhead. I love the way that he thinks. I love the way that he skips the bullshit. You know, if you look at he's got sound deadening material on the inside of this lid. The lid is really super high quality. But most important, it's the sound of this. In the world of solid state Phonostage, Sutherland always offers amazing performance. They don't make a dud. They don't make a single dud. Go look at the Stereophile recommended components list. In every category, you're going to see Sutherland. They make great stuff. It's what they do, and they give you a lot for your money. I love this stuff. You know, the people that work in my analog department, we sell more turntables than anybody in the country, that's for sure. And you know why? Even if it's a $1,200 turntable, we don't just send it off to you with a pre-mounted cartridge. We check the alignment because I don't trust them. And neither do my employees. Factory setups are sometimes not right. Most of the time they're good, but sometimes somebody must have been drinking the night before because they're way off. We check everything for you, and my folks are not on commission. If you're going to buy a Phonostage, you got to make sure it's going to work well with your cartridge. More important, if you're buying a cartridge, don't buy one without making sure that it's compatible with the Phonostage that you have. You can spend $12,000 and it's not going to work well with your Phonostage. My employers are going to help you with that. And they're not on commission, and I think that's really important because I tell them, I go, you sell what the customer needs and what you really feel good about. Whether or not we make any more money off of this one or that one is not even something that's a consideration. Make people happy. And that's why we rock and roll in the world of analog. So go to our website, talk to my wonderful team of analog experts because they only work in that space. I have 3 employees. All they do is build turntables and help analog people. Go to our website. If you buy this from us, you don't love it, you can send it back in 60 days. We'll refund every penny of your money, and thank you for buying it in the first place. Shop Upscale Audio. I promise we will treat your system like it's ours. Thanks.